Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to do my best shooters in this year's NBA draft. Just making sure my audio is muted. But yes, let's get into today's video. I don't know if you guys can see my little pit bull right here. She's poking her head up because I think she noticed that I had signaled to her. But yes, we're getting into the shooters. I did all of my best prospects for each position group, the best defenders and the best scorers. Now we're on the best shooters again. Let me hear those comments. Who do you believe is the best shooter in this year's draft? And this is my list. I actually went to 12 players because there's a lot of good shooters this year. So that's my list. Let me hear your thoughts down below. Let's get right into it. Come on, Corey Kispert almost averaged 19 points, 44% from three. Okay, true shooting is 67. I think he averaged, what was it, 53% from the field. Okay, this guy is a beast. No other words needed to talk about. And he's an older player, but because of how good of a shooter he is, he's going to be drafted in the lottery. Chris Duarte. Honestly, he'd be another player that if he was a year or two younger, he would be a guaranteed lottery pick. At 23 years old, he's probably the second best shooter in my opinion in this year's draft. 63% on 2-pointers, 42% on 3-pointers, and 66% true shooting. Guy was a baller. He can hit every shot. He's not much of a neither are Kesper Duarte guys who will create for themselves, but they're perfect guys being like third option scores, fourth option scores to start out their career. Sam Hauser. You guys might not know him unless you watch a lot of college basketball, but this is a guy who is so good. He's 6'8", 218 pounds. He's going to be a stretch forward in the NBA. He isn't the most athletic guy. He's like like Corey Kispert showed off some athleticism. Sam Hauser isn't really that athletic, but his floor is that he could be like a Steve Novak at least, but his ceiling, I think he could be a poor man's Daniel Gallinari, just being a stretch forward who can score, 15, 16 points a game. That's why I said poor man's, like the Kroger version, the Walmart store brand version. Marcus Zagorowski. Ooh, this guy. 16 points a game on 42% from three and 60% true shooting. He just was shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. Okay? He's a guy that I could really see come into the NBA and kind of be a poor man, another store brand of what Seth Curry does for a team. Not exactly like Seth Curry, but a guy who just takes a bunch of 3-point shots and he's just who isn't great at defense, but just will just launch so many threes that he just makes up for it. Next, I have Trey Mann, a guy that I really like, 6'5". He shot 40% from three this past year, 58% true shooting on 16 points. He's 6'5". And honestly, if he gets a shooting coach to fully get all his mechanics in order, he's a career 40% shooter in the NBA. Then Joe Wieskamp, how do you guys say it? Tell me down below. He probably is the best Iowa player in this draft, and sorry for Luka Garza fans. 12 points on 43%, 60% true shooting. Okay? Ridiculous. I actually read that wrong. He actually shot 46% from three and on 62. I read Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy's ridiculous. But Joe Wieskamp is a guy who really can come into the NBA, be a contributor day one, and I really would like him on the Boston Celtics. But he's a guy who's got length. He can play small ball four. He's more suited for the three, and he has the length to keep up with the guards, but not the athleticism to keep up with the guards. But he'll hit so many threes. Now, Trey Murphy III is a guy who actually played shooting guard in college. I think he'll play wing. He might play some shooting guard in the NBA. But this guy, 60%, 67% true shooting, 43% from three. He is just outrageous. He hits shots. He can elevate over practically everyone. And he has such a good form. He'll be a great player who can play the 2, the 3, and the 4 position. Davion Mitchell. Why are people saying Davion Mitchell's pro comparison is Donovan Mitchell? Donovan Mitchell is like 6'5", almost 6'4". Okay, and he's like strong as hell. Davion Mitchell's a little skinny. I mean, he did average 14.5 points on 45% 3-point shooting and 62% from true shooting, which is like amazing. Was one of the best scorers, two-way players in the entire college basketball, arguably the best defensive player. Then you got his sidekick, Jared Butler, who averaged 17 points, 42% from three, and 60% true shooting. Okay? And he's such a tenacious defender, pesky as all hell. I saw a George Hill comp, and I don't think that's a terrible comparison. You know, I think he could have a George Hill esque career. Now Miles McBride, oh God, this guy was. I saw him a few times when he played KU, and he averaged 16 points, almost 42% from three, and 54.4% true shooting. He's a guy who can put points up in a hurry. Any team who gets him will love him. Okay, I will say that with a fact. Okay, he's gonna be a guy who can come in. He'll probably start as a combo guard, and then maybe even be a point guard. But he's a guy at the very least will be a smaller combo guard who can come in and score in bunches. But he puts points up great. Kessler Edwards, every year this guy kept improving and improving and improving himself. I think it was a 3 or 4 year starter. I think 3 year at Pepperdine. And that's where they shot Zoe 101, if you guys did not know that. That's PCU. That's Pacific Coast Academy, PCA. PCA. If you guys didn't know that from Zoe 101, their campus is the setting for Zoe 101. Little tidbit right there. Loved Zoe 101. 17.2 points a game on 38% three-point shooting, 60% true shooting. He's a guy who keeps improving. Another guy that I believe could be a key contributor to a contending team if they snag him in the second round. And he's got the size, 6'8". He can play small forward or power forward, and he's just a guy who's going to go hard. Now, Isaiah Livers, he's just another guy who just kept improving and improving every year. 60% true shooting, 43% from three, 13 points. He's 6'7", 230, perfect small ball 5, stretch 4. He's going to go in playing that like Blake Griffin, Morris brother twins, PJ Tucker role where they're strong enough to go down in the post, but they can stretch the floor. But yeah, that's my list. Isaiah Livers, Kessler Edwards, Miles McBride, Jared Butler, Davion Mitchell, Trey Murphy III, Joe Wieskamp, Trey Mann, Marcus Zagorowski, Sam Hauser, Chris Duarte, and Corey Casper. So let me hear your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of this list? But that's it from me today, guys. Peace out. Wait, I can't end this. There's still 30 goddamn seconds. This is how we milk my videos. I just checked. You guys probably just saw me check. We got to milk this for another 30 seconds or something along those lines. Yeah, Corey Casper, Chris Duarte. Really, the only guys in this who probably will go in the first round, Corey Casper, Chris Duarte, Trey Mann, Davion Mitchell. 4 guys right here that will probably go in the first round. Jared Butler and Miles McBride are maybes. But that's it. Peace out, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this.